Hi, friends. Welcome to La Femme Bleue. Thank you for tuning in. I hope the lighting in this room is a little bit better for you. Um, so, I know yesterday I shared about my ex husband remarrying, and I didn't really go into details in terms of how I felt about it. Um, I think sometimes we might not realize the impact that our exes moving on might have on us, and I kind of want to be truthful to myself because at first when I heard about it, I think there was a level of maybe anger or resentment, shock, of course. Not that I didn't know it was going to happen because I know who he is. He wouldn't live by himself for long because he needs a second income to live a decent life. So, so when I heard that, there was, there was a level of frustration that I felt. I think one could have been, how could someone who is so inconsiderate towards others find someone else to live his life with, and how could this woman not see who he truly is? So that was one thought. The fact that he had been leaving the kids at home, excuse me, at home. Again, I felt a level of anger towards this woman for not challenging this man, versus enabling him. Challenge him to be the man that he needs to be, to stand firm to his commitment to the children. And so, but as I learn more about uh, the wedding and so forth, my frustration is with the 50 people that were there who were celebrating and encouraging this marriage. And yet, I guess, I don't know, out of the 50 people, I guess they needed to support him, but still, I would imagine some of them would actually challenge him to get a better job and support and be ahead of his household and do the best that he needs to do for the children. So, looking at my findings in terms of this woman, she does have a good professional career. So, of course, he would not have settled for anything less because he needs the money, of course. So, so I guess she's gonna be supporting him, supporting his habits. I'm He's very good with his hands in terms of fixing things around the home and so forth. So I guess that's his contribution. But I really, I'm still bothered by the thought that he found someone. Not that I was ever going to go back with him. That would have never happened unless God Himself comes down from heaven and says, "Thou shalt remarry this man." I should have never married him to begin with, but my lack of judgment and lack of understanding of certain things, I went ahead and married him. Okay, so that was mistake number one. You never make the same mistake twice. But I know they're going to be moving. So which means I don't know if they're going to remain locally. They have to by law, considering that we're still dealing with visitation and so forth. So, the other two kids, they each have to have their own separate bedroom, of course. But I really wish I knew if they had any input, I mean, you have to take the kids' input into consideration when you bring in someone else into the relationship. And so I hope they did. I really do, because It seems as if they just going along with whatever, as if their feelings don't matter, and their feelings do matter. Um, so I really feel for them. I feel for my daughter as well as my son. And I know if you're tuning into this channel now, the two oldest children were adopted. And so prior to my conceiving the youngest. But I'm just baffled over what's going on. I did get confirmation as well, unfortunately, that our 15-year-old, our son, is vaping. And so, again, I'm not sure what my ex husband is doing, but obviously there's lack of involvement in our son's life because he's not going to school and now he's vaping. And I don't know what the next year or 2 or 3 or 4 years will look like for this kid. And I'm hoping that this woman, this stepmom that they have now, will take this responsibility seriously and intervene and do right by the children. It's just a mess. It's a mess. All I can say is if you plan on building a life with someone, do a lot of digging. Know who they really are, their background, their parents, grandparents, the family dynamic. You got to really dig in because once you marry and you have children, it's a whirlwind of chaos if this person is not the right individual and you have to divorce. All right. Thanks for allowing me to vent, you guys. Thank you for listening in. Please subscribe. I'm hoping that as you listen to my story, that you are creating your own healthy story. All right, until we talk again, be kind to one another, be encouraging to one another, and I'll talk to you again, friends.